Census?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Did you turn in your census form already?
I sure did.
You sure did. Awesome. You're at number 3.
10.
10.
Yes.
Let me just see. Yeah, there are a few people here who have and some who haven't.
Someone came here earlier, and yes.
That's what she was saying. And were they filling out forms and stuff with people?
Yes, they sure were. But they never took mine, but they said I put one in, which is kind of strange.
She what?
She said I filled out a form when I did not. And I thought that was rather strange.
Yeah, you're 10, you're not on it.
Well, I filled out my form and turned it in.
Right, yeah, so you're free and clear. But I wonder who else.
I'm just saying, they sent one to me and I sent it out.
Okay.
So.
Was the other census person also knocking on these doors?
No.
Oh, okay.
And also, the thing I found strange about the census form was there was no ID number or social security request, which is kind of strange to me, you know.
Well, I think that that kind of information I don't think is necessary.
I think it is if you live in America, you know. Especially if you get benefits, you know, that's some pretty important stuff.
Yeah. I guess if they're going to track how many people do get benefits,
Mm-hmm.
they can go through that department by way of like Medi-Cal, Medicaid, or whatever is giving out the. I mean, to me, I think it's less information.
Okay, so should we wait for anybody else, or?
I don't think so. What do you guys think is going to be it?
Yeah. Okay, well, we're glad to be here with whoever wants to be here. So, hello, good to see you all. And maybe we could go around. I think I kind of remember everybody's name, but just to refresh my memory, maybe we could go around again. I'm Sandy Tyler, and I'm a volunteer with SEEDS, Community Resolution Center, which is just right up the road on San Pablo. I didn't write out an agenda this time, so let me just tell you some of the things. I was going to go through working agreements, so they do it pro forma. And then Michael was going to ask you, what you'd like to get out of today. We're going to do a little skit for you. I mean, we're not the world's greatest actors, but we thought we'd put on a little skit to kind of demonstrate some of what we're talking about. And then we want to talk about the angry individual and what that person needs, what you need as an angry person. We want to talk about getting hooked and unhooked, like what kinds of things push your buttons and make you get angry, and why do they push your buttons and make you get angry? And what are those triggers, and what can we do to take control of them? How do we get that stuff so that we can kind of take care of the anger that we have and maybe deal with issues without escalating the situation. And then, let's see, we're going to talk about maybe tips that will help you to deal with a situation where you're angry or another person is angry with you. And it has to do with effective communication, which is like using I messages, which is something you probably heard before, about how to use an I message rather than a you message. And we'll talk about some good I messages versus some bad messages. And, for example, one says, it's not a good I message. Or you, because you are an idiot. Okay, and I say, okay, make that an I message. And they say, okay, I think you are an idiot. That is not a good I message. A good I message would be to say to the person, it makes me upset when you do such and such, or it makes me upset when people, yell at me or curse at me, and I'm willing to keep on talking if you could not do that, not rather than I think you're an idiot, you know what I mean? So there are good ways to talk to people, ways to talk to people that don't make them angry, and ways to talk to people that can kind of maybe keep them from getting more angry with you. And that's some of what we wanted to talk to you about, And some of these are things you probably know, you probably used throughout your life and didn't realize that you were doing it, but we want to try to put it in some kind of system for you today. Okay? Any questions about any of that? Anybody? Okay. Should we go forward with this? And it's something to talk about? Okay. Oh yeah, if anybody's got a cell phone, would you put that on buzz? And of course, all of you, we don't even have to say this because you all were very, respectful of each other on our last visit. We know you will be this time, and there won't be any interrupting. And that you'll wait for someone to speak before you speak. And if anything should come up that's confidential, that you know people would not want discussed with anyone else, that you'll keep it confidential. So whatever is said in here, people should feel safe that it is not going to go any further than this room today. Okay? Can we all agree to that? Is that all right with everybody? Okay. Okay.
From our last session, we got the sense that we offered to come back, and we got the sense that what you all wanted was some practical experiences, some examples. And so, what do you hope to get out of this session? This session, but this hour, or however long it is, what would you like to get out of it? Given what Sandy's already said.
Basically getting useful tools on how to deal with things in the house that are upsetting or are upsetting.
Okay, thank you, Jeremy.
Anybody else? I think that's a good starting point, yeah.
First off, we want to make clear is, first off, your presence is voluntary. You don't have to be here to choose not to be here. Choose to be here, that's fine. Please participate as much as you feel you want to. What Sandy and I have picked is something that relates to what we think relates to the house. Now, we're not sure if there's a specific issue, not with an individual, but if there's a specific issue you want to practice or show the skit, please let us know. Because what we're going to do, the skit that we've selected is the issue watching TV. Now, if that's not something that really pushes your buttons or something that there's something else you'd like to focus in on, please let us know, and Sandy and I will adapt accordingly.
Okay. Well, let me tell you a little bit about what we planned. Okay, this it has to do with Michael, who is, it could be this house anyhow, and he's watching TV, and then I kind of, well, that's what he says, but I'm not really sure, and I kind of interfere with his watching TV. And it gets kind of ugly, it gets kind of ugly from there. It's a small thing, but it's the kind of situation that can get people very angry with each other, just over who controls the remote.
I need a proof of income.
Social Security number, please.
Last name Madrano.
Do that again for me.
Here's my temporary ID. Yeah.
Right on the back of your toe.
You got a ride over there? You got a ride? Alright, so much. I'll call you when you go to that time.
goes to Alameda County for
I don't know, you need to talk to social services.
So you would move to New Mexico, huh?
No.
Really?
No, I never moved to Mexico.
New Mexico?
Never.
The 110.50 is coming out of your social security tax.
I've never been to New Mexico in my life.
Wow, this is weird.
When did it say I moved to New Mexico?
Let's take a look. It's weird. That's why I asked you, because I don't know about it. This was
Last April? I've been here for the past 9 years. I've never left the state. I did have to report my ID stolen at one point, and I had to get a replacement recently, and that was probably about that time, so that's good to know.
I'm new, so I got to ask a lot of questions.
Oh, no problem.
This chair is killing me.
Good posture helps.
Yeah, it does. That's my problem too.
Yeah. Yoga, if you took yoga, that really helps.
You know what? I've been saying I'm going to get back into it. I took yoga before for years. I haven't done it. I need to. I work out at the Oakland Y. And I got yoga classes there, and I need to do that. And I got sciatica too. So, you know, I need to do it.
That and swimming. Swimming helps a lot also.
Swim every day.
Yeah, oh, that's good.
Swim every day.
Irene Flores.
$6. Let me just take
That doesn't seem right at all. I get, I think, disability and
you get
social
both?
security. Yes. No problem.
It's more women out there.
No, I see it.
Okay, thank you. One more request. I was wondering if I could get a Ticket to Work publication.
I'll ask about